I am live. Hello, hello out there. Can you hear me? Giddy up, giddy up. It's Friday. Friday to be exact. And it's the lady in the pink hat coming out here to answer any questions. So we're going to let everyone log on, take their time. In the meantime, I'm just going to hang out with you in my backyard and figure out, shoot the breeze about notes. All right. So we've got a lot of exciting stuff here to talk to you guys about, especially some of the new charity events that we're working with. So I'm really excited about that. So let's see who we've got here who's going to hang out with us today. Looks like we've got Natasha in the win. So I am Jasmine Willois, the co-host of the Naked Notes program, also president of the Note Assistance program. So today, if you have any questions about notes, just type it in, let me know. I'm going to bring them up, and then we'll just discuss them freely, candidly. So just want to have another opportunity for you guys to be exposed to us. And let's go and see what Natasha's doing. I think she's hanging on. Tasha, are you there?
Hello.
Oh, you're there, and I think we're working this time. Look at me outside with my bees.
It's always something.
Yes, well, I got to be outside, so that's why we're definitely going to be dealing with the natural elements. So,
yes.
Welcome to Friday, everybody.
Natasha,
tell them who you are.
I'm Natasha Navarro, Vice President of the Note Assistance Program and the co-host of Naked Notes.
Exactly.
Probably sound familiar if you haven't seen us before. This is what we look like with no makeup, and this is what we sound like.
You have any questions? Let us know. Today we're going to probably touch base on, why people choose to use mortgage notes for passive income. So we'll just touch base on that. In the meantime, I have some exciting stuff I want to talk to you about, especially the activity that we've had on our trade desk. We'll go over, as usual, some of the states that we're closing in. So, but before we get into that, let's talk about what we have up and coming. Looks like we've got what's that going down there?
We've got our Lunch and Learn that's coming up our next Thursday, September 24th. It's always on the fourth Thursday of the month. That'll be at 12 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's open to everyone, any level. If you have multiple notes, if you're new to notes, if you're part of the community, if you're not part of the community, it's a great way to get to interact with us, learn a topic, see live inventory, and hear one of our members talk through their note experience, what actively is happening in one of their portfolios right now.
Yeah, so Lunch and Learn is going to be this Thursday coming up. I guess we're already at the 24th. That is bananas. The year is like flying right past us, right? So Lunch and Learn, join us there. It's open to the public. If you don't have the link, just ask Latrice. She'll hook you up with a link. Then you can come in and start seeing some live inventory. And let's go through that right now. We closed in some very some cool places throughout the nation. Do you remember any of the states we closed on? I think we did something in Apex, North Carolina. That was crazy.
Yeah, we've got Apex. We've got Wilmington, Delaware, which
right.
I personally invested in Delaware. We've got North Carolina, Oklahoma.
I had New Bern, North Carolina, to be exact. Was one area, which I'm not familiar with, but I want to shout you out there, New Bern.
Yeah, I think there was like Conover, North Carolina as well.
That's right.
It's kind of funny because we have another one of our members that's looking at something in North Carolina, and it's a very similar experience to my first note I bought, where it was like a mobile home on a few acres of land.
Right.
That was the most profitable note I ever had. So I know.
Guys, listen, especially you guys who may be near or out in North Carolina, you guys know how to take advantage of this stuff. You have the wherewithal and the capacity. So check in with us. We've got a lot of inventory out there. And some of it may luck out to be closer to you than it is to us. I mean, we're all the way out in California and we're still investing in Delaware and North Carolina and stuff like that. So we've got the experience for you to lean on. Where else? I think Pontiac, Michigan was another place I want to bring up. We got something out there recently. So again, Midwest, coast, what have you, we're involved with it. So I really wanted to take a moment because Latrice, our trusty executive assistant, she is out on the town with one of our favorite co-sponsors, which happens to be Trulux. So shout out to Trulux. If you have not tasted their seafood, okay, trust me, take out a mortgage on the house. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's pretty expensive, but go out there and you will enjoy Trulux. So we'll have to talk about them next Friday. But if you have a Trulux in your neighborhood, they're in Dallas, they're in Florida, they're in San Diego. Check one out. But that's where she is tonight. She's out there enjoying some of that Nap Nation success that we've all been having. So speaking of that.
8 nights.
All right. Speaking of Nap Nation success, we've had a lot of members signing up too, right?
We've had a lot of members contributing. For those of you that listen to our Naked Notes podcast, you know that our mission is to help 5,000 families in 5 years. And so we were talking about on the podcast we just recorded today that's going to air on Tuesday, how people are starting to pick back up as we go into the last quarter of the year. They slowed down a little bit for summer, even though there wasn't a whole lot of summer for people to do a lot of stuff. But now they're picking back up and they're actively starting to get education and get investing in notes and want to learn more about what we're doing. So for us, we love to see that. Not only does it obviously benefit the community, but personally for me, it fires me up, gets me all excited to help people with their 1, 3, 5 year plans and seeing how quickly they can reach their goals by utilizing notes.
So let's talk about this. 5K in 5 years is about us helping families. So if you haven't noticed, we're about helping people, okay? Humanity is high on our list of things that we like to deal with. So what does that transition that me into? One, I just want to shout out our last cause that we were helping. It's the Humanity for Showers. Hopefully you see them scrolling across there today or right now. Humanity for Showers, that's who we talked about last Friday, okay? Last Friday, we were out here talking about how we are out golfing, raising money to help them bring showers to the homeless, right? And so at every single step of life, okay, because life is tough for many of us, we want to make sure that we're able to help because we are very grateful for the profits we're recognizing right now and that we are sharing with each other. So many of our members, if not all of them, are looking for ways to give back, right? And so one of the other ways, I have a very special guest. So I think, Natasha, we talked about how many ways we can give back. And the crazy thing is that there are kids, pre-K, okay? Pre-K, right? Who are expected to go to online school, sit still, show up to class on time.
Mm-hmm.
And so
my mother-in-law is actually a principal of a school, and she posted a picture of one of her kids on Zoom in kindergarten sleeping with this little. She's like, "This is Zoom pre-K."
So
but it was on
we're
the
no
computer.
Yeah. And we're no stranger. Our Naked Note season that's coming out this week. Catch it. We have a special announcement. It has to do with children. So check it out. But if on that note, I want to let you know that we've got large ties to our children. We want to make sure they're successful, especially during this quarantine. So I have a special guest because last week we did Humanity for Showers. Today, see if it shows up. We're going to do. We're going to help a childcare out of Vallejo, California, raise money for 20 laptops. So as I try to get that scrolling into, there it is.
Yep, it is.
There it is. So I actually have, and you know me, I like to roll with the big dogs. I have the CEO of Watch Me Grow Inc. on here. So I'm going to have her join Natasha and I and talk about how every last one of you. So if you bought a note from us recently, you know you made some money. Okay. So you made some money if you've been with us for a while. No donation is too small. I'll let her tell you about the cause, but we've already had a few people from our community donate. So I could not be more proud. But I want to welcome, without further ado, Jamila. Are you there?
How exciting.
Hi, Natasha.
Hello.
Yes, how are you?
I'm wonderful, girl. When I saw that there were pre-K children, and you tell her the ages, but looking for Chromebooks, I was like, well, let's get them some Chromebooks.
Yes. And I appreciate you so much. I appreciate everyone who has already given. Ryan Rodriguez of Shift RCS, Diesel Jack Media, LLC.
So shout out real quick to Diesel and Ryan and guys like these are the Nap Nation community affiliates giving to us. So I'm excited to hear that they've donated already. Already. It's needed. You know what I do. I'm a family home childcare provider. And I also have a nonprofit, Watch Me Grow Inc., where we provide support for families that are in need, health and wellness, education, the importance of early childhood education. And right now, due to COVID, you have a lot of adverse COVID experiences. You have a lot of families who don't have access to childcare due to either not being able to afford it or they are denied, help, subsidized help for childcare services. So I've had a lot of people reaching out to me like, Jamila, I don't know what to do. They don't know what to do, while they're home with their children. So I'm like, you know what? Watch Me Grow can have a virtual preschool. It's possible. We have family home childcare providers who are dying due to COVID.
And, you know,
Right.
we are at the front line. You know, we are still, you know, having to bring children into our program, even though the state, you know, the teachers don't have to do it, but they're expecting family home child cares to continue to do it. But there's still a way. These parents need support, and the children still need to learn, you know.
Right. So let me ask you this. In this environment, it's difficult, I can imagine, to do online training without two things, the internet and a Chromebook, I guess, right?
Yes.
So the Chromebooks, real quickly, let's talk about that. We want to get at least 20. So you have space for 20 kids in your program, I guess, or what is this? Tell us where the Chromebooks are going to go.
To the families. You know, they don't have the access to virtual, so they need it. Children from 4 to 5, they can sit still long enough, even if it's for 30 minutes. And the whole point is supporting the parents, giving them the tools and the knowledge, you know, so that they can know how to foster their child's development. I can model that for them, you know?
Right. Okay, so this is huge. So we're going to get 20 computers. If it's by hook or crook by this community and my friends, we're going to get you 20 computers. It's really not a lot of money. It's about $300 a Chromebook, so under $6,000. You and I both know that some of us spend that just reinstating taxes for some of our notes, okay? So let's pony up. We're donating at minimum $600 starting today out of this, so that should get us at least 2 Chromebooks, right? And then we've had, just to reiterate, we've had at least 2 people. What was it? Name them again. We've had Ryan Rodriguez of Shift RC, right?
And Diesel Jack Media, LLC.
Now, Diesel Jack Media, check them out. If you are watching this right now, you probably have a small business or looking. They help you get noticed, okay? Followers, they help you make the videos you need. If you're looking to do a GoFundMe, check them out. They create those videos that get the money in your pocket. So not to mention that the guy, Nick, good friend of mine, he's out there in North Carolina. We talk about North Carolina all the time. They are donating and putting their money to help the kids get back in. So we're just excited to be a part of this. Jamila, how do they get in touch with you? I want you to hang out in the chat room and at least put in the link so people can donate. But tell us real quickly, how do we get in touch with you?
We have Venmo. It'll be at Watch Me Grow Inc. You can donate through Cash App, which is the $ Watch Me Grow Inc. And we also have PayPal. So it's Watch Me Grow Inc. I can be emailed at Jamila, JAMEELAH at watchmegrowinc.com. And also, we have the website, watchmegrowinc.com, and there's a way also on there to donate through PayPal.
So we're on our way. It sounds like we have at least, 8 Chromebooks already at this point, but we've got, maybe another 12 to go. But keep us up on the count. Please check into our Naked Notes program. Thank you all who are contributing right now, and it's just exciting to hang out with you today.
That's amazing, Jamila. I love that. I love this program. That's so awesome.
Thank you. It's needed. I heard you say that your mother.
Yeah, my mother-in-law, she works for a school. She's the principal, and this is one of the things that they struggle with, is making sure that everyone has everything that they need. So I love that you're giving an opportunity for kids to learn and to have the same advantages that everyone else does.
That's
so
it.
Before you go, we've got a few people excited about this cause. So first of all, we got Nadine out in Australia. So this is getting big, girl. We got Nadine out in Australia saying, "Hi, Jasmine, Natasha. Love what that NAP Nation is so involved with charities paying it forward." So definitely getting you some recognition out there. And thank you for saying hello. Then I got Kurt Power, which is our man. Okay, talking about how can I make a donation. So she just went through that, but we're gonna have her hang out in the chat. If you're still here, we're gonna have her hang out in the chat. And she's going to put up her links and things like that so you can just help. Like I said, $30 will help us inch towards another Chromebook, right? So anything you can do. Thank you so much. Kurt is with Quest IRA, one of my favorite people to work with.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for everyone who has donated, who plan on donating. The families appreciate it. Our children, they need it. So it's important.
Love it.
All right, girl. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
All right.
Wow, that was great.
Right? It's cool because we talked about our charity last week, and it's always really powerful, even more powerful when you can bring on the person who is most impacted by the person who's putting it on, the person that's put their blood, sweat, and tears into this forever, for the people that they're trying to help. Mm-hmm. Makes it so emotionally, you get really emotionally invested in something like that. So I have a feeling that we are going to easily raise money for the 20 laptops. That makes me very.
He told me there's Chromebooks. I said, well, how much are Chromebooks, right? Because I'm thinking laptops are the most expensive things in the world. And like I said, man, that's pretty costly. But I did the math. I said, oh, this community can do it. We can come up with $6,000.
Sure.
And I've never raised little amount of money for such a great cause. So to know that there's going to be 20 different children now tuned in to their teachers, parents getting a 5-minute break, if that.
Yeah, so that's so cute. I mean, the kids, it's so important. My husband and I were just talking about this, how important it is that the kids, the earlier they can be to have education started by people that are credentialed and by people that are really passionate about what they do, which you can totally tell that Jamila is. So I'm really excited that we're helping her out.
Well, good stuff. A joyful Jamila. I like that. She says, yeah, hang out in the chat for a while. And no, thank you to you for doing all the stuff that we obviously would love to do, but we need people like you to put them together, right? So yes, and look at that. Good. She's responding. So we will share that with everyone. So just tune in right there. If you're looking, you want to know how to donate. Just go ahead right there. Anything. No donation too small. $10, $5, $20. We've had just one more shout out to Jack Media. And to Ship RCS, Mr. Ryan Rodriguez and Nick out of North Carolina. These are guys who've already donated and helping us getting laptops for these kids. So anyway, that's how you can donate. I'm going to leave it up there for a while. Let's get back into some note business.
Hey, that's kind of what we do here. So let's do it. I'm all hyped up because we just recorded our podcast and we were talking all things notes.
All notes. So welcome to any new members. We talked about that. We've had members in Colorado join recently, Tennessee. We mentioned North Carolina. Always Texas. Texas is booming.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it's almost funny that right as Texas started booming, they were trying to fight for New York's spot to get us to come out there to do an event. And then all this happened and we couldn't go out and do an event. So we're like, oh, we can't choose between you guys. but now we're going to be doing it online so that everybody can come, no matter where you are.
Exactly. There'll be no limitations. And, that's kind of how we operate. We love that. So took an opportunity to put underneath the next meeting we're having. So if you're just tuning in, we have a live open to the public lunch and learn. It's a note lunch and learn. So tune in. We're going to show live inventory. You're going to get to meet the NAP Nation, talk to people, hear their success stories, their struggles. But it's a real huge networking opportunity for all those involved and interested. And again, it's free. So come in, check out what inventory. You want to know, do we have inventory? Do we have, OPM?
Yeah, which is huge. A lot of people end up partnering up on there. So if money is a problem for you, or you think it's a problem for you, this is the type of event that you want to attend because there's money galore and not everyone has the same amount of time. Yeah.
So we really encourage you to check us out there. And speaking of some of the things that we're doing, in case you haven't noticed, we are bringing Derek Hall. He's out of a New York event. I just did a meeting with him. It's Derek Hall out of New York City. So New York City, Dallas, all the way to California. You talk about the United States, we got it covered. That's what we call the NAP Nation. And so we're pulling in the power hitters locally to help us talk about raising OPM. So we've got Brian Ellis, and he's actually out of the Midwest. And so he's going to come and talk to our inner circle meeting about how to raise funds to buy notes, right? So if you're looking to maybe buy $1 million worth of notes or, hey, $1 million note, and you OPM, he's going to be there for you. So check that meeting out. And then, like I said, we have been talking with Derek Hall out of New York City. So Derek Hall, have you heard of Property Shark?
I have, in fact.
Well, thanks for answering, because I know that has anyone out there heard of Property Sharks? If you've heard of Property Shark, which I'm sure you have, Derek Hall actually runs their real estate education platform. So look him up. He's a great gentleman doing some wonderful things, but he has recently decided that he wants to team up with the Notice Systems program. So we're going to start bringing education, more education to the East Coast. Okay. And so we're really excited about that. So look out for that. All the collaborations that we're doing. We always want to bring them up here. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about before we leave, as we wrap this up, because this is only about a half hour long. So we got another 8 or so minutes. Accuracy over speed. That is something I want everyone to understand that Notes is about, right? We are in a game of, wait for it, paper. So a lot of you guys don't know, but we buy our own notes, and these are my notes, okay? It says in-house here. These are the notes that we own. And so this is our game. We're in a game of paper. These are collateral files. Okay, a good 6 of them in my hand right now, so you guys can see. So this is the real deal. But the question is this. These collateral files, these paper, what troubles come with it? It's paper. So
you know how excited our members were when they just saw those blue folders? Because we put our stuff to our members in our blue folders. They were like, are those ours? Is there more?
No,
they're ours.
I get some too. So why do we invest in this for passive income? We'll talk about that next episode. But really, Well, I want you to understand that if you are considering this, okay, this is a game of paperwork. So if you're not good at paperwork, be honest with yourself. This may not be the place for you. If you are good with paperwork and spreadsheets and detail-oriented, this may just be the place for you. Whereas all those other places were a little too crazy and chaotic, right? This might be the place for you.
We just had a member join, and we were talking about, she and I were talking about how her goal would be, she's right now, everything is very on demand with her clients. Like if the phone rings, she has to pick up. She has no choice but to quickly pick up and make sure that she can make this deal. So she was saying, what I'm hoping Notes provides for me is that I can have an opportunity to be sitting on a beach and get to the email when I get to the email. And I said, this is all about what Notes is. However, there's a lot of people that tend to try to make it into a job. Like they're so used to it being that way that they're like, they give themselves self-imposed deadlines and they're like, I have to have it done by this date. But the reality is there are no.
That's not why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're not here to make this a job and stress people out. So I love that person who joined us, who happened to join us from the podcast. So we're getting a lot of some of the most just prepped people from our podcast who are understanding the mindset that it takes here, right? So it's paperwork. Paperwork only moves as fast as the people moving it. And again, the people involved in paperwork, we were not track stars. Let me just be out there. The track stars are out there doing like sales and sports management. People like us, we're the ones that end up in the paperwork jobs. And so more importantly, it's about the mindset. And so most of us are here so we can get to that place where we answer the email when we get around to it. But we're not going to be stressed out about it. So if that is appealing to you, look us up, Note Assistance Program.
And I want to jump back before we completely wrap up that inner circle meeting that we're going to be having, because especially since we do have a lot of people listening right now that are part of the community, although most of you are really good about getting on there for that inner circle meeting, it is for our community. This is going to be one you don't want to miss. It's going to be on October 8th. So one of the things Jasmine and I discuss amongst each other, and we tell our community, and we even tell you guys when we're talking on the podcast, is right now, especially more than ever, when you can't go out and meet people face to face, jump onto events like this where you still get some kind of interaction. You get an opportunity to meet other people from across the country. And with us, it's actually internationally, because we always have someone from Australia. The last time we had someone from Brazil. So you're really getting to meet people worldwide by being able to come onto these types of events. So make sure you are plugging in, regardless if you're part of the community or not, to available events to you, even if they're not ours. But I do, of course, think it's important for us. We give you 3 different opportunities with our Lunch and Learn, our Coffee and Notes, and our Inner Circle meeting to meet up with us. And then we also have our podcast that gets launched every Tuesday. So make sure to look out for new episodes.
I decided I was going to be on the sidelines doing other.
It wasn't distracting or anything.
No, not at all. Really I love testing my people. You see this? Anyway, that's enough of us for today, guys. It's Friday. Go out there and enjoy yourselves, right? Make the most out of this quarantine, because, hey, one day it's going to be lifted and we're all going to be scattered again trying to make up for lost time, right? So,
like looking around.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. We'll see you next week. And that's about it. Note on, my friends.
Thanks, guys.
Take care.